Morning everybody, it's Tony from the Coal Valley Fisheries Consultative. Just want to try and give you a quick heads up on some new equipment that we've been given. So first to say is huge thanks to the Environment Agency for making a number of these sets of equipment available to us, and that means of course that they're available to you given the times that you need oxygenation and aeration into your waters at times of crisis. So just in terms of the equipment, so you understand what's going on with it, it's a standard Honda 4-stroke engine, fuel tank here. Always check the oil content, make sure it's got engine oil, and the rest of it really in terms of the way these start, in terms of the speed of the run, etc., is all fairly standard. If I need to teach you to do that, then we've got a real problem. What is important with this is the O-rings that you'll find in pretty well all of the connections, and that's to make sure the washers, the O-rings, make sure you don't lose those, because then you will have a big problem. And one in particular, although this is a self-priming pump, watering can, best friend, helps you out, no doubt. You can just fill the pump up, the volume up with water, but again there's an O-ring, so make sure you don't lose that, because then you won't get a seal and you won't get suction. So that's it. You've got pickup hose which has got a strainer on the end of it, and it's absolutely imperative, we'll give you a close-up of this in a moment, but it's absolutely imperative by one means or another that strainer does not go on the bed of the lake. If it does, then all you'll be doing is picking up the sediment and the silt and compounding your problem, because you're going to be firing that through the pump. And of course, if it's picking up stones and stuff, it won't do the pump any good either. In terms of the delivery side, it's a Venturi system. So you've got two options really. This plate on which the Venturi is mounted, nearly fell in then, hence the life jacket. So it's a heavy stainless steel plate, and you can see that it's got, so that can sit on the bed of the lake if you've got shallow margins. You can see it's got Venturi tubes. You can actually add to the height of those as well. And again, we'll show you in a moment when this is running how that operates. But your other option, of course, if you want to, is you can actually mount this on the bank, which will then fire you a really powerful stream of water. One thing that we're going to try and do is look at the options on actually a small delivery hose, and maybe we used to call it a branch in the days of the fire brigade. You will know it as a nozzle, so you can actually even better direct flow or create a huge spray of aerated water. So that's it in principle. Not too much else to tell you. Obviously, if and when the time comes that you need to pick some of this kit up, we can run through this again with you, but to let you know that they are available. One thing that I should say from CVFC's point of view is, if you borrow any of this kit, much as we've done in the past, you will be asked to sign a receipt form, and we would expect, other than perhaps any damage through fair wear and tear, that this gets returned to us in usable condition. Talk about that, and hopefully, in a sense, you won't need to use it. But if you do, you know where we are. Okay, so a little bit of detail then around this. On-off switch obviously needs to be on. Just check your revs, it wants to be about midway, and whether you need your choke on or not, of course, depending on the conditions. And as with most Honda engines, he says confidently, So okay, now you've been able to witness it with the delivery set up on the bank. I've now moved it into the lake, and this is the Venturi system. So basically what that does, as water is forced through here at high pressure, the Venturi system drags in air and they mix, so you're getting a highly oxygenated jet of water that's coming from the pump. So hopefully we're going to get it set up, started. So you probably can't hear me, but that's the setup with it under the water, and you can see the really highly oxygenated water that's being pumped out into the lake now. Still really important that that water is clean and clear, because you've got your pickup basket, your strainer is suspended by whatever means you do it in mid-water. Do not pick up the sediment and silt from the bed of the lake. Okay, so we've just thought of a good workaround on this. If you want to keep the strainer off the bed of the lake, which, you know, as we've said, is really, really important, you can actually, just with the carry handles that are on the stainless steel plate here, actually just fix it right next to the intake. The important thing is here, we will run through this with you. Don't forget, if you are a member of the CVFC or a member club, then you will have access to this equipment and the other kit that we carry as well.